Kia ora, this is the media release for the 28th of January 2026. Rock through window, latest escalation of violence against Palestinian rights supporters. PSNA has requested an urgent meeting with Police Commissioner Richard Chambers, appealing for cohesive police action against an escalating spate of attacks by Israeli followers against Palestinians and Palestinian rights supporters around the country. Palestinian Solidarity Network Aotearoa says a rock was hurled through the window of well-known New Plymouth activists Kate and Grant Cole last week. PSNA co-chair Ma Nazal says attacks from Zionist backers have become more frequent and dangerous over the past year. In the case of the Coles, the rock through their window was just the latest in a series of targeted attacks on them and their property. They have twice endured spray-painted Israeli flags on their fence. Their car tires were slashed on 4 different occasions. They had vile lies about them delivered in letterboxes around their neighbourhood. This time, it was a rock flung through their window with the message "Snap Action REQ" attached. Nazal says local police have failed to take these attacks seriously and instead have suggested to the Coles they should spend a lot of money on security systems. Nazal says attacks on activists were increasing even before Trump's failed ceasefire agreement for Gaza was signed on the 10th of October. The pro-Israel lobby is upset their side has failed to keep the genocide in Gaza completely out of public view. They have lost the debate. Poll responses show New Zealanders register 2-1 that New Zealand should sanction Israel for genocide and recognise a Palestinian state. Israelis and Israel supporters are taking their shock and frustration out on Palestine solidarity activists, says Nazal. In the past couple of weeks alone, 2 women activists were stalked after a protest in Auckland. There was spray painting and vandalism of PSNA co-chair John Minto's home, an assault on a supporter by an ex-IDF soldier in Auckland, and attacks on our supporters in Napier. In contrast, the police have been vigorous in investigating and prosecuting anyone they believe to have been acting for Palestinian rights, such as the broken window at Foreign Minister Winston Peters' home and an assault on an Israeli soldier holidaying here. In the latter case, the police responded to direct pressure from the Israeli embassy in Wellington and launched a criminal investigation. Police declared the attack was a hate crime against Israelis and argued for bail to be refused. Bail was refused and the attacker received an unprecedented 28-month jail sentence for a first-time assault. The police are keen to pull out all the stops for the Israeli embassy to defend Israeli soldiers fresh from the genocide in Gaza, but can't find the time to take attacks on Palestinians and Palestinian supporters seriously. With some notable exceptions by individual police officers, the rule seems to be hit an Israeli and it's reported as a hate crime and you go to jail, but hit a Palestinian supporter and police look the other way, Nazal says. The Israeli government is furiously feeding political and media claims of Palestinian rights supporters being motivated by anti-Semitism. It's working for Israel, especially in the UK and Australia. I suspect that pro-Israel fanatics everywhere feel justified and licensed to respond to these spurious and divisionary anti-Semitism claims by attacking people. Even when prosecutions of violent behaviour have taken place and attacks proven, New Zealand judges have excused Israeli supporters' thuggery with no conviction entered. We have had enough of this double standard, which starts with the police and ends with the courts, says Nazal. We want serious police action to curb these cowardly thugs who attack our supporters.